We're telling followers that you started a live video. Great, I'm on. Let me see my volume's working because I'm challenged technically. Hey everybody. So we're waiting for Araksya Karapetyan to join us. Thank you for being with us. My name is Haig Boyajan from CoOp. We decided to do this series on INSTALIVE in response to the pandemic, mostly for our kids in Armenia and the CoOp beneficiary villages and whatnot, to get prominent Armenians from around the world to talk about various things. So I'm very excited to have Araksya Karapetyan today join us, and I am waiting to see when she does that. But we've had an exciting week so far. We had Olympic medalist Arsen Jufalakian on Monday. Yesterday, we had Armenia's Deputy Prime Minister Tigran Avinyan join us. And tomorrow we've got singer Aram MP3. So it's been exciting. Last week was pretty cool too. And we have a couple of surprises to announce for next week. So thank you for being with us. Like I said, the main point is, everybody's stuck at home, including our children who can't go to school in Armenia because of the pandemic. They can't attend the Smart Center. And so we wanted to do something to let them know that Armenians from around the world care and are with them in heart and spirit. So on that note, let's see. I can't hear myself talk, which I guess is a good thing. So, yeah, Araksya's here. So, Araksya, you need to send me a request. Go live with Araksya. Let me figure this out. Yes, we did it.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. How are you holding up in this pandemic?
Every day is a new day, just kind of survival mode like everyone else.
Yeah.
It's hard with the kids. They're getting restless. Well, not the little one, but the older one's getting restless. So it's kind of challenging. Yeah.
I think all my friends are complaining that that's the case. They've become teachers at home and,
I know.
Yeah, but I can't keep up with you. I can't keep up with you. I thought I was a busybody.
I'll tell you why you can't keep up with me. You're watching the wrong station. Oh wait, you're not watching TV at all.
What are you talking about? I'm your biggest fan. I turn you on every morning, Araksya.
Sure.
All right, so tell them why we're going there, because we talked yesterday.
First of all, hi everybody. So yesterday, Hi called me and we were just going over just like what we're going to talk about, and he's like, "Wait, so like, what time are you on TV?" 7 to 10. So do you do segments? You come and go? I'm like, have you ever watched Good Day LA?
Oh, which segment are you on so I tune in?
He's like, wait, you're on the whole time? Yes, I am. Then he thought I was on a different channel. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I'm just going to leave it there. Did you watch it all this morning?
Yeah, I had you on mute this morning, actually.
It's the best way to watch, actually.
You were watching, you were wearing
a
gorgeous blue dress, top.
I'm wearing it right now.
Yes. And so that's why I wore this color. That's why I wore this color for this.
Right.
All for you.
Right. Yeah. Baby steps. At least you had the TV on the right station. It's fine. It was on mute. Best way to watch, like I said.
Ooh, it's going to be a high roast. Okay. So Araksya, I'm, as well as people watching right now, are I think curious to find out a little bit, like, how have you adjusted with the pandemic? I know you're taping from home live. You've got a setup there, like with two kids, and an amazing husband, and I don't know what other backup is in place. But like, talk to me about how your life has changed a little bit with the pandemic as a mother, as a journalist.
I mean, everything is just crazy. So I'm in this like little room in our house. It's one of those rooms everyone has where you just throw junk in, right? You don't know what to do with it. So you're like, I'll just put it here.
Yeah, that's my bedroom at the house.
Yeah, okay, that's your bedroom. But a lot of people have one of those rooms. So I've got like piles of stuff all over me. I have this nice little setup that makes it look like I have my life together, which I don't. But I strategically placed Mount Ara right there.
I could see.
There's a painting of Lake Sevan. As you guys know, my
Your
daughter
daughter's name.
Sevan is named after the lake there. And then, yeah, just a few things, my Russian literature and stuff like that, just to make it homey. So I have it. I'll show you real quick this little setup I've got here. So these are black trash bags I last minute had to tape against the wall or the window rather, because the lighting was just, it was too overblown for my exposure. So I jerry rigged it. And then that's the camera. That right there is the teleprompter. And then these are the lights, obviously. This is what I use for playback, meaning I can watch the show real time as it's happening. As you know, there's a giant delay.
Right.
Otherwise, this is the, and then this is the computer. So literally every morning I walk in, I turn on this one button down there and it hooks me up to the station. And if technology doesn't fail me, it goes well. But every day there's a challenge. There's always some kind of technical issue. Today during a live interview, it froze and kicked me off. And so my co-anchor, Tony, who's still in the studio, had to pick up the interview. So there are a lot of challenges, but we're kind of like going with the flow and figuring out how to do television. This has never been done before. So It's actually quite remarkable. We're kind of making television as we go and experience this crazy time. And then, you know, working from home, the kids are asleep when I come in here. When I walk out of here right now, it's like a tornado hit my kitchen. It's ridiculous.
Let's take the camera to the kitchen.
Oh my gosh, those three. I don't know what they do, because they sleep in. They sleep in until like 8-ish.
Yeah.
So in the 2 hours, I don't know what happens out there, but you know, then it becomes mom life, mom mode. So
but like you get up in the middle of the night, obviously, because you're on camera at 7, right?
Good job, Hike. Yeah.
See, I've got notes in front of me. So you get up at, okay, so what happens? Like you're there 3 hours, obviously. Like how are the kids managing out there? Like
my husband just, you know, he does it, so he's great. I mean, we have no choice. He deals with that. My mom and my sister-in-law, if this wasn't happening, would always come and alternate and help out every morning until I got home from work. Right. But no one comes and no one goes, so it's just the 4 of us. And
in the house, yeah,
it's a lot. Yeah, being parents here, time flies. It does fly, but you know what? The days are long. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I know.
The days feel really long.
So Araksya, you're getting information, you're interviewing like some of the top-notch people that are fighting the pandemic, you know, in our state, in our county. If I'm not mistaken, you were interviewing LA City Mayor Garcetti yesterday.
Yep.
And I got the tidbit about the beaches and all that stuff. So, you know, you've been at the front line, obviously, when we went into lockdown or stuff like that. What are your thoughts? What is your gut telling you about where we're headed, at least here locally in LA, based on the various people that you're talking to? You know, what do you, I mean, nobody really knows, I know that, but like, what are you
Here's the thing. Like, we are in the middle of this health crisis, but we're also in the middle of a big economic crisis. So we have these two big things happening at the same time. And so although I know it's really frustrating for people and they have quarantine fatigue, as we all do, and then small businesses, I mean, they're really hurting. This is going to take a long time to come out of this deep hole that we're in. But do you open things back up to later cause a bigger problem down the line and then have to shut everything down, which will hurt even more? Or do you just kind of keep going, keep this order going, and slowly ease the restrictions? Like, don't be a light switch, be like a light dimmer, just slowly, you know, that's kind of what I'm gathering from talking to different people. So I don't know, you know, it's tough. And then of course, you know, I have older grandparents and I haven't seen them for a very long time now, and they only live 10 minutes away, but their health is a great concern of mine. And if I'm going to be out and about, then I can't go see them. And although now I'm not out and about, I'm still nervous about having any kind of impact on their health.
Of course. I think we're all going through that. But what I'm noticing also is a lot of people are now sort of on the brink of losing it for real. Like people were like, okay, we have to do this. And like, I don't know, it's scary for me because, to be honest with you, and I'm not a specialist, from what I'm seeing, if there is no vaccine, okay, how are you safe from it? Or are we going to completely be 6 feet apart inside businesses and in public places, with masks on, with minimal talking, until we get a vaccine? Because I don't see any other, if we let down, and start, gathering at public places and going into businesses and whatnot, I'm concerned that there's going to be waves of further outbreaks and even larger ones if
Right,
we
of
ease
course.
the situation, and people are going to get lax and say, hey, it's okay. So anyways, nobody knows, obviously.
Well, I think bottom line, testing needs to be more widely available. Testing is key. We have to get testing available, accessible, affordable. It needs to be free, actually. So that is the number one thing before anything happens. And of course, the vaccine, which takes time. You don't just want to inject people with things that haven't been tested and proven. So this is going to take a while, unfortunately. I have a feeling it's going to go into summer. So I don't know, you guys. We're all in the same boat. So
yeah,
that's the one thing.
there.
We're
Especially
all in the same
for
boat.
social extroverts like you and I stuck at home, it's like torture, but at least you
you have no idea. When I was on maternity leave, I'm like, I can't be stuck in one place. Like, I feel trapped. So while I was on maternity leave, even though I loved it and enjoyed it much more the second time around, because I know how quickly this time goes, still I was itching to get out because I'm just not meant to be stuck in a house. So this is driving me nuts.
No, I know. Believe me, I know. By the way, since we're talking about, I see a shiny thing called an Emmy behind you.
Oh, this was during the time of, do you remember my brush, the shuttle Endeavor, when it came through the streets of Los Angeles? Gosh, was it 2013? I think it was 2013. I don't even remember. Anyway, so we got this for our coverage of it. It was a newscast.
Amazing.
Emmy. So yeah, it's cool. And then that one is an Edward R. Murrow Award. And that one I received when I was in Idaho Falls. Actually, I went to Mexico, to this small town of Exmiquilpan, to cover a story on these they're like amusement parks that the locals there pay money for, and they get the border crossing experience. Like, they actually feel like they're crossing the border. You get a coyote and you're like running around this dark park. And so I got a tip that this was happening. It's like an amusement park, but the argument was also made that perhaps people are using this as a training ground to then later cross the border. And I found a local person in Idaho Falls, Idaho, who had gone to these camps and then had come over to America. I mean, you can say it's a coincidence, or did he really get trained, whatever. But anyway, I found the guy, I did the story, I paid for my own way, went to Mexico. At the station, like, wouldn't get, they wouldn't pay for that. It was a small town of Idaho. Just took the camera and the camcorder and the tripod and went to Mexico, covered the story, put it together, and that is the fruit of my labor. So I'm very proud of that one.
Okay, speaking of which, because I've, being your biggest fan who watches you every morning, you talked about a camcorder and covering the story. And what I always thought fascinating when I've read about you is, if I'm not mistaken, the source of you, sort of your inspiration wanting to become a journalist, was like, you graduated from college and you went to Armenia for the first time since leaving at age 7 to your home city of Gyumri, which for our non-Armenian viewers is Armenia's second largest city, which was devastated by an earthquake back in 1988. So Araksya was 7 when she left Gyumri. And so you went back, I think in 2006, if I'm not mistaken.
You did your research.
Well,
you're making up for not watching me on TV.
I was very, very nervous this morning. Tell me about that experience and how it inspired you, and then we'll sort of segue into like the Armenian stuff. But I'm really curious, like, and by the way, that is a super cute photo of you, which you posted yesterday, marking the 30 years that you arrived in the US as a little girl dressed in that super cute dress, and your uncle, who was like largely responsible for
bringing us to America.
Your immediate family, immigrating to America.
I have another phone, maybe I'll pull it up. So Heike is mentioning, yesterday, I had forgotten, actually, my mom reminded me that it was the anniversary of us coming to America, 30 years. This is the picture I posted.
That's it. Bring it closer if you can. It's so cute.
So this is actually this is at the JFK Airport. Actually, I think we're on a layover.
Yeah.
So this is us on our way coming to America. But on yesterday, 30
Somebody's
years ago,
asking. Somebody's asking what year?
1990. So
1990. Oh
we
yeah, 30 years
landed.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah, so we landed at LAX on yesterday, 30 years ago. This was what I was wearing. It was a special occasion, so I wore a dress, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Um, but yeah, it was just my late great uncle George Tamandian, Jora Babik, I called him, my grandfather's brother. He's the one who brought us all to America, and it's something I don't forget, and I always talk about him, and I always make a reference to the fact that I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm here. I'm talking to you right now. I'm anchoring a live show in Los Angeles from my home. It all goes back to this one man, and I get emotional when I think about him because he provided the opportunity for us, and as a result of him, the generations to come, my children, their children's children, are going to have the blessing of growing up in this country and having immense opportunities. So yes.
I think it's, yeah, most families have that immigrant story where there's one sort of pivotal family member. Like for us, it was my grandma's brother, John, who had moved to the States, I think late 50s or early 60s to Los Angeles. And not only like, so that was my grandma's brother. And then thanks to him, like my family arrived in like the early 70s. And then throughout the 70s, like we had waves coming because of John, Uncle John, from everywhere, from like Lebanon, Syria, Armenia, name it. Like everybody was reunited because of him. So I can relate, as I think a lot of immigrants can. So may he rest in peace.
Yeah, no, thank you. You guys, by the way, I'm reading your comments and saying hello. So thank you. Thank you. I saw someone said Privet in Russian, which I'm excited about because I still can read sometimes. Hello, I'm seeing your hellos. By the way, this one post, I know there's an Instagram account for this little girl who's in intensive care. I don't know if she's in Armenia or Russia, but I did share her information yesterday. And if you guys can follow her, maybe you can provide some help. There you see she's tagged at YaIda_, Ya.Ada ADA_. So check that out. Yeah, for sure. Some little girl needs support and help. You're from Gyumri. Hi, Hasmik. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so you wanted me to talk about 2006.
So
I graduated
talk about
from
2006, but I also want to commend you because the way you and I met, and we'll go back to that, but we met because I reached out to you back in, I want to say November of last year because of CoOp.
Yeah.
And I asked you to get involved, and you graciously did, and you did an amazing job hosting our gala in New York in December. And I mean, even just this week, for the Armenian genocide, you're helping students with tuition support at American University of Armenia. You're narrating, language.
The dinosaur exhibit.
The dinosaur exhibit into Armenian. I can't even keep track. There's constantly something, and I commend you because ultimately I think Araksya, it's a choice. Like you can be a successful Armenian anywhere in the world, and you can either choose to help your community, your nation, or you could be indifferent to it. And it's not just an Armenian thing, but any sort of ethnic group, I think. So, you have this amazing sense of obligation. I don't want to use responsibility, I would use.
No, that's a good word for it, yeah.
Responsibility, not obligation. Not only to the local community and non-Armenians, but you always give back, and you're in a position to highlight the culture, the causes, and all these things. And, for me, it's also been very important, not that this interview is about me, but I appreciate seeing fellow Armenians that use that sort of platform to do something and to bring about change. So, and helping the sick child and stuff. So, I commend you for that because, again, it is a choice.
Thank you. No, and I think the word you used is exactly how I feel about it. Responsibility. I feel it is my duty. I always growing up as a kid, like on a personal level, felt like I wanted to do something that was meaningful and had a purpose. And I feel as though there's a reason I stumbled into this field and this became my career. This was not something I went looking for. It just kind of happened. I went to Syracuse University as an international relations major. I had no idea they were known for broadcast school of broadcasting, so I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll try this out. And, with God's will, things worked out, and here I am. And so I do feel like it was for a purpose and a reason. And of course, you know, what's the point if I'm not going to use my voice or bring attention to things and causes and to help people? It is the most fulfilling thing. Last week, it was the Armenian genocide. Every year, that week, mentally, emotionally, physically, is exhausting. But at the end of the day, it feels so good because I know that, you know, I raised awareness, or I helped people learn about something they otherwise wouldn't know about. And this year it was especially nice because we were able to do some humanitarian work and talk about the genocide, but also, you know, not just make it about the past, about the future, about the present, by giving back and teaming up with Feeding America to raise money to donate 5 million meals, which is awesome. So
it was an amazing initiative.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go back to 7-year-old, right?
When I came, yeah.
7-year-old Araksya from Gyumri. You probably have, you know, recollections of earthquake and devastation and this, that. All of a sudden, you're at LAX in that cute dress with a whole, you know, different sort of set of opportunities. And so talk to me, how much do you remember as a child in Gyumri? And then the 2006 trip, what made you go back finally and do something creative and constructive by grabbing a camera, and sort of that being the foundation to you wanting to like really pursue journalism?
You know, as a child, when we came to America, I didn't really understand the concept that this was forever. You know, you don't really grasp what this means. And so here we were in a new country, in a new world. And immediately what I wanted to do was to fit in. So I swear, I feel like it just took a few weeks and I didn't speak a word of English, but in just a few weeks time, kids are so great. They're sponges, right? They're little brains. I quickly was able to learn English, and my goal was to always just like blend in, fit in. I joined every sporting activity you can imagine, every kind of school activity there was. I wanted to not stand out in a sense. But then once I realized that it was unique that I was Armenian, and especially in this, where I live in the South Bay, not many Armenians, I was proud to stand out. I was excited that I had this crazy long last name and I looked different, and I was eating dolma and madzun versus like a peanut butter jelly sandwich. By the way, I didn't have a peanut butter jelly sandwich since like until I was in high school. So, you know, like my lunches were always interesting, but I was proud of that. And I think that's so in the country you're in, to become a part of this new reality of your life, but also to hold on to your roots and never forget who you are and where you come from. So in 2006, after college, we went back to Armenia for a trip, and I was still uncertain if this was what I was going to pursue, broadcasting. And I got really bored because every time it's like you go to visit, it's like this dinner, this lunch, that lunch, you go to this party, that, you know how it goes. And it's like great and everything, but you don't really get a sense of real life. And so this is where the journalistic passion of mine kicked in, and I grabbed a camcorder, which you mentioned, and really just kind of went out and started talking to real people. A lady selling sunflowers at the park in front of my house, and, you know, started just, I don't know what I was going to do. I have all these little DVC pro tapes still in a box. Like maybe I'll do a documentary one day. Yeah. I have them somewhere in this box. I just kind of did it more just as to pass the time. And it was interesting, and a theme developed about almost like, as a child, I remember people complaining about communism, and I grew up in communism. But now when I went back to Armenia in 2006, people spoke of communism as if it was not so bad, and it was actually pretty good. And so I thought that was interesting, you know, the fact that, you know, life is hard, but at least with communism, you could still guarantee you'd put a piece of bread on the table that day. So that was kind of the theme. And more than anything, it was just the fact that all of a sudden I had this passion to go down the path of journalism. So after that trip, I came back, I did it. I put a tape together, and off to Idaho Falls I went. And then that's the history of it all.
And so you haven't been back to Armenia since 2006.
Yes, it's been a long time. And I was going to go back in 2018, and I had this huge thing planned. My grandfather they all came. I didn't come because I got pregnant with my second daughter, Sona, and the doctor wouldn't let me go. And so I had orchestrated this giant trip, and it was going to be so beautiful because here I envisioned this is my vision. So we left and I was 7.5. My sister was 9 months old. And now we were going to go back, walk with my grandfather outside of the airport. My sister, now older and an attorney. There I am. And then my daughter. And it was going to be this beautiful moment that I was going to just take it all in. And then the doctor said, you can't go.
Wow.
So I couldn't go. And then this year I was thinking of maybe making plans, and well, you know what happened.
Yeah. Well, we talked about this, and you know, I was supposed to be there April 15th actually, but everything got canceled because I live 6 months out of the year in Armenia.
Right.
So I'm kind of hanging by a string right now, but you know, we have a date. When you go to Armenia, you know, we're going together, and I'm going to show you some of the co-op villages and stuff along with whatever else.
Absolutely. Let me just tell you, by the way, when I was approached by Hike to do this co-op gala, when I saw the email, my reaction was, ha! You're kidding me. Like, I have 2 young kids. How am I going to arrange to go to New York for a weekend? If I was by myself, no problem. But now I have all these responsibilities. I'm still nursing, like, you know, sorry, TMI, but that was what was going through my head. You know, that was what was, it was a concern for me. I was like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. But then there was like something within me that was like, come on, just find a way to do it. Find a way to do it. So I made arrangements. We went for like 2 days. We took our older daughter with us, left the little one with my mom. And that trip was so great, meeting all of these wonderful people, learning about co-op and its mission. It really just lit a fire under me. And I realized so many great things are happening in Armenia, this new Armenia, the energy, the youth, and what they're capable of. And I am so blessed. I'm so happy you emailed me. I'm so happy I came. I'm so looking forward to, let's see what happens in the next few weeks. But I would love to come back to New York just to attend the gala and be a supporter of it all. It was just such a great experience. I encourage all of you to check out co-op and all the work they do.
Thank you, Araksya. You know, your family, your co-op family. So anytime. Araksya, I think we're there. By the way, I see a lot of the kids from the villages. Jacques,
oh, yay, good.
Jacques from the village of Aragatavan,
nice.
Aragatavan region, writing and stuff. So it makes my day when I see the kids are all logged in.
Should we throw a little Armenian in, just so like?
Yeah, let's wrap it up. You know, in Armenian. Inchasենք դուք Gyumru Barbar չի լեզու야.
You make fun of my Armenian.
No, actually, բացատրի հայրենի այդ բանը որ ուզում էին բանանես. How do you say narrate in Armenian?
Oh, right. So I just did this audio tour narration for the Natural History Museum.
Հայրենով.
Oh, հայրենով դժվար կլինի. Okay, so yes, Eastern language. I guess dialect, language, Eastern language, the Western language, technically, which I didn't know. So I had to do it in the Eastern. So here's the thing, you guys. First of all, I don't read Armenian anymore. I know it's a shame, but I don't. And also, this text was complex. I mean, it's talking about dinosaurs. Like, this isn't just everyday speech. So here I am, so happy and honored to be involved in the project. But I'm like, how am I going to do this? So you know what I did? I literally had my mom, I was recording on my phone because I couldn't go to the museum now to record because of social distancing. So I was recording these like small paragraphs, sentences on my phone while my mom is reading it to me. I'm listening and I'm repeating it into the phone because I want to nail the words precisely. And as a Gyumretsi, yes, gayovem khosum, not the ga. Like I want to say shnora galutun, not galutun, because my initial gut is to say it with the ga. And I had to make sure that when I do this recording, it was dinosavrera. Right, exactly. I know.
Oh God, they're writing it. Oh.
They're laughing at me.
Dying right now.
That's the truth. That's what happened. It took hours to do this, but I feel really accomplished. And now I know, dinosavrera, mesozoian, tarasjerjan. Like I can say all kinds of things I've never said in my life.
Listen, how was mom? Was she patient? Like just
oh my gosh,
my
help? Mom's great. My mom. Oh my God, my mom is godsend. She's amazing. She took so much of her time to help me, and she was laughing at me. I think it was comedic, like it was like a comedy act. I would say the word and she's like, no, what are you saying? I'm like, I don't know. I just repeated it. She's like, no, you're saying something completely different. She's like, this is why the Armenian language is so complex. 39 letters.
With the finger up. Yes.
39 letters. It's a complex language.
It is.
It's so complicated. And I didn't really realize it until I had to do that. So
complex,
anyway.
like the people, I would say, in a good way.
In a good way.
In a good way.
Right. How are my grandparents doing? Oh, my grandpa, he's doing well. Thank you for asking. He's doing well, thank God. Yeah, my grandpa's great. So yes, I will once again mention, so you guys, if you can go to this Instagram account and look, please, because people keep tagging me. This little girl who I guess is in intensive care, she needs some help and support, and the handle, I'm going to get it just because I want to make sure I give this.
Yeah, let's help this little girl.
It's ADA dot, wait, let me just make sure I have it correct.
Yeah.
Actually, the person who was tagging me in it, can you tag it again so our viewers here can see it? Nope, that's not it. I'm helping this other little kid to get some attention. You know, you realize just how important health is. I think we all do. I mean, we always talk about, like, we say toasts about like everything is about health.
That's what it comes down to, yeah.
And during this time, it just highlighted just how important it really is. It's all about health. When you have health, when you don't have health, you don't have anything.
And
okay, so here it is.
And to help each other, actually. It's,
this is the little girl, and it's YA.ADA_, YA.ADA_. And I see her mom, I guess, posts lots of videos giving updates on her situation. Some of it is in Russian, some of it is in Armenian, but please check it out if you can.
Check it out, and let's all do our part. It's 11 o'clock here in Los Angeles. Do you want me to
see if the kids are around? I'm scared.
Do you want to bring them out?
Do you want me to? I could take my phone and see what they're up to, and we can end it there.
This is Children of Armenia Fund, so we would love to see the children of Araksya.
I'm going to regret this. Okay, here we go, you guys.
Okay.
Bear with me. I'm scared.
Let's bring them out.
Hold on. Let's see what's going on. Bye. Sevan. Միակ կարող ես ասես հայ. Sevani. Sevan.
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 Hey. Hi, Amo.
Sevan. Hi. I said hi. Sevani, Mia say hi. No?
Is she grabbing your hair?
Okay, let me have the
Sona?
little one for a second, please.
Where's Sona?
Sona is right. Oh, God.
Sona. Hi, Sona.
Hi, Sona.
Hi, Amo.
Sona, կարող ես ասես hi. Միակ կարող ես ասես hi.
Does she wave?
Sona. Sona, spesa. Pachi gara.
Pachi.
Pachi gara.
Mwah.
Jajan, pachi gara. Mwah.
Mwah.
I said hi.
So cute.
Yes, you did it.
Pachi.
Pachi.
All right, we're taking them with us to Armenia, Araksya.
I know. We have to, so they can get they can at the HMIADZIN, chat.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Hi, Amov.
I said hi. Hi.
Are you gonna get to enjoy them now, or you've got back-to-back stuff all day?
No, now it's time to fill the inflatable pool with some water and hang out in the back.
Oh, I'm on my way.
Tight quarters.
I know, right? Yeah, you thought that was funny too, right? Seeing Uncle have an inflatable pool.
Hi, night. This is the reality. One sock on, one sock off.
Love it, love it, love it.
Oh,
Araksya, this is such a good way to end the show with little Sona.
okay.
And thank you so much,
you guys. That was fun.
It was totally fun. I look forward to seeing you as soon as things calm down and finally getting that
Yeah.
glass of wine with Uncle Nerses out in Palos Verdes. So a bottle of wine.
What are you talking about? All right, guys.
Stay safe and sending you much love. Bye, Sona.
Bye, guys. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Take care.
All right. Thanks, Araksya.
Bye.
Bye.